We go and live. If you if y'all hear stuff in the background, it's because they're living. So never just been sitting and waiting, anticipating. Oh, there sure was a lot of traffic around here. It's, it's a lot of sound effects in the back. Oh, that's it. All right, just hold on. There's a lot of living back there, around, in front, on the sides. So, I've been doing deep breathing exercises. It's something about hearing good music, you know? It just changes everything. Everything is copacetic and feasible. Greetings. Greetings. How are you? Oh, oh. Hey, Hector. Howdy. How you doing? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, my goodness. This is something here. I guess, just watch your mouth, sir. 'Cause I have a dollar sign. I have a dollar sign here. So, she has the wrong keys. We're gonna wait for her to pull off. What's going on, Victorious? I'm getting back. I'm getting back. You just gotta give me a minute. You know, my emotions are in a swing. Oh, okay. That sounds interesting. Something about shedding tears. You know, it's like a human emotion. Yes, it is. When you think about crying, what is actually happening to the body? So all of a sudden, tears form. I believe that is the Almighty's way of making us self-sufficient. You know? Maybe your body is heating up. You know, your mind can't fathom why you're experiencing what you're experiencing. It's like it H-U-R-T, but it don't. Like, ouch. But it's like an ouch in your mind and in your spirit. I imagine that is how you do. Oh, yeah. You know, they say around 50 for a to describe it is to release tears. It's like an epiphany, a aha moment. You have adapted to EAIN, and the way to do that is to form a tear. Not them out. As I open up this Sprite, I'm going to drink it. So y'all gonna get a little bit of ASMR. Refreshing. Something about them lights. You know what I'm talking about? It's like it's left or something. I've just been chilling, you know. And then I told y'all I was going through some things. I've been going through some things. You know, it's real. You know, my things is a little bit different. I have the human things and then the angel things. You know, so it's like a combination. Like what he laid on you the other day. What? You know what I'm talking about? You ever just been standing there and all of a sudden you get a 2-piece with a biscuit and a dessert? That's interesting. You know, when I think of things, I have to be descriptive. All the words and feelings and emotions and frequencies and calibrats that people mistake for a flare, you know, all kind of stuff. The only thing, never mind. You know, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I've heard that a cow pride is for a cow. You know what I'm about? Let's see. Does anyone want to write a country music song? Because I do. He's like forcing me, y'all. I'll be sitting here like I don't want to do it. Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, sure, fine. Whatever. I'll do it. Y'all want to do a little jingle with me? Because music makes you feel better, apparently. So, let's see. Hey, you. Looking over there. Don't stare. Alright. Oh, wait. Okay. That is someone living, okay? Their life might be irritating me right now, but they're, see, guess what I'm talking about? That's why I gotta hurry up and talk, because they just come outside expressing their feelings and emotions, and I don't want them to be hurt. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because I got a dollar sign next to my name. You feel me? So I'm trying not to go there, but apparently I have to. You know what I'm talking about? It's real. See? Yep. No, you can just go back inside, bro. Let's go. Hey, go. Your conversation is too emotional. You need to check that, homie. You know what I'm talking about? You see me? Imagine all the things I be going through. I'm just not popping up outside, yelling and screaming and, you know, acting like the world is my oyster, which are nasty, but some people like them, so whatever. You ever just wonder what that little green thing in the middle is? Ew. You ever just feel like it's ish? Because I have. I was like, what is that? You know, some people will shock you. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sitting here scrolling my timeline, and all of a sudden, I see Dame Dash. I'm like, wow, this is interesting. Hey, look, check this out. You need to go inside. You need to make it your business. For real, though. You know, because he's standing right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why are you doing that? Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, move. Get out the way. you all in my way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna honk the horn. I'm just gonna run right over. Oh man, you ever just been thinking like it's so many different ways to live? Like, you know, we always focus on the opposite. You know what I'm saying? You know, when Ether's taking care of business, everybody comes outside cussing. You know, that's just how it is. Oh, what was that? What is that? Oh my God, that is emission. Thank goodness for those LAW, because I cannot breathe. You ever just been driving and all of a sudden you see white oak coming out of somebody's tailpipe and you like, your engine is blown. Did you get the memo? When you pull it out, did you know that? Apparently, white toke don't make you move faster, but he thinks it. Speaking of oak, there's so many different types, you know. You got the stringy, flowing, grayish toke. Then you got the sporadic, like splash on a canvas toke. And then you just have, you know, a cloud. Will come out. But when you see that black toke, that means something going down. Soot is associated with black toke. Did you know that? Soot, I see. I said soot, not said. Because every time I'm just trying to have a regular conversation. No, I'm recording that black toke. You ever just look at your fingers? Oh, wait, okay, all right. Okay, all right, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm not going to look inconspicuously because then they may ask me for something. So, okay. I am a dog whisperer too. So. Alright, the coast is clear. So speaking of soot, not set, every time I come on, I'm not gonna be introducing y'all to Nassisi, because that's what y'all want. I know they cool, you know, but it's me, you know what I'm saying? It's me. Just give me a second. I am not in Sobri Natashi mode right now. Okay? That is the serious me. That's not me. You wanna know the name? It is Asiya. You know, when I'm in Sobri mode, you know how the dude with the business slacks on, you know, be in the elevator or at the water cooler and he just places both of his hands in his pockets. That's me. I'm like, oh, okay. I give a little nod. And it's back to business, you know? It's kind of like, oh, everything stopped. You know that scene in The Matrix when everything stopped and everything started swirling? That's what it feels like. Yeah. You ever just wonder what superhero you could be? Like if you were born in that timeline. You know. Just wonder. That's cool. That's a cool thing to do, I'm trying to tell you. If you haven't just sat back and thought about what cartoon character you are, yeah, you're not living. Somebody's doing to call themselves cartoon characters. They are not the ones. You know what I'm talking about? The ones, the twos, nor the threes. Four piece. Four piece. One upside your head, the other one the gut, and then an upper and a jab. You know what I'm talking about? He practiced that move. Wow. Everybody's seen it. Yes, yes, yes. My choice of workouts is kickboxing. That's what I used to do. Kickboxing. And when I would be feeling lazy, I would do hit and walk. Yeah. Some may say either trained like an athlete at one point, but I didn't know that it wasn't going to last a duration, because apparently you cannot train like an athlete your whole entire life. It would do something to your body. You know what I'm talking about? Boxing is my one. You know what I'm talking about? Out of any type of athletic sport, boxing would be mine. Some think it's football, but you know, I'm just a Niners fan because that's my city. Go Niners. You feel me? And now you can say about the Niners, they just cool it in the fan. You know, we have our own team song and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's all artists that make whole songs about the 49ers. You know what I'm talking about? So we're just gonna separate us from y'all. Like the NFL does. Yeah. But boxing, you know, boxing is my one. You know, some people might not like this. You know, I am a woman. I am not interested in seeing women all day. You know? I would prefer to look at men. It's a no-brainer. You know what I'm about? So of course I watch professional man boxing. Who don't? You know? It's a contact sport, like football. You know what I mean? On Muscle Me, is that a mistake or something? I hope you're not talking about muscle milk. That's not protein. Just, you know, keep that on the down low. Yeah, you know, you can follow someone else's routine, you know, when you're trying to get in shape. You can follow someone else's routine. It may work your way, it may not, you know. But for me, for my body type, HITT is it. I prefer kickboxing because that's what I like. If I could have took capoeira, I would have did it. Because that's the stuff that I like. So, I gotta wipe the sweat. You know, apparently it is hot than a MOFO out here. You ever just see a football team and you feel like their colors is cool, but you know, because I have, you know, I've seen football teams and just been like, I don't wear that because it matches my shoes. colors that represent, you know, they didn't like the red part. You know what I'm talking about? They rather wear, you know, the Saints colors, you know. But let's see, what kind of like I would wear with the Saints jersey. Some all black ones, you know. Some all black ones. If they happen to have the yellow little dab of that in here, you know what I'm talking about? Just a little taste. Simple. Somebody saying you wouldn't wear like boots out, like everybody love a little good piece of Mary look. Of course I would if I had the right jersey. You know what I'm talking about? It depends on how I'm feeling, you know? But, you know, if I were to wear a jersey, like the Saints, I would have some boots on. Like she did. But, you know. I prefer some Nikes, you know? It's comfortable, you can move. You know, it don't take like an hour and 20 minutes to walk to the concession stand, to the bathroom. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I was just thinking about some viewings that I had. You ever just think about the shoes that they created about 10, 12 years ago? And just be like, I wish they bring that style back. I was like, you know, of course we had Nikes, but when I was a little teen running around, you know, early 20s, I wore Ewings. And, you know, something about Patrick Ewing shoe that just did it for me. You know, I liked it. You ever just look at one of them forces and say them not the real ones? Because I have. You'll just be like, why the rim part, the little white part is so big in the front? He's just like, wait a minute. Let me get some. Woo wee. The little children's ones always be on point though. Oh man, let's see. He's over here trying to fix his like moped out or something, you know. Just letting out all that, you know, toxin. It's 2025. I ain't trying to breathe in no toxin. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know? Let's see, we got some down here. Oh, wow. You ever, you know, you ever just start talking about football and automatically men get aggressive? What was that? It probably was was it the Pitts? No, it wasn't the Steelers. It was a Niner game about 3 weeks ago. Or was it the Niners? It may have been the Steelers. And Anglo-Saxon come out the store. He have his jersey on. What's going on? What is wrong with you? My goodness, bro. You know, he came out. Chill out. Like, wait. Like, why are you talking so loud? You pull your pants up. That's disgusting. Oh. What I'm talking about? Oh, if you don't get up out of here, you need to just get that noise up out of here. You know what I'm talking about? If I'm gonna be disrespected, at least make it a Harley or something. Make me look good out here. You over here, pop, 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 pop. Yeah, if you don't get up out, you need to push that somewhere. I'm trying to tell y'all about the story, and he messing it up. You know? This is what content creators be going through. Why you gotta come this way? You see, that's a dirt bike. That's why it sound like that. So I'm coming out of shells, because you know how I do. You know what I'm saying? He just deep in his thought, you know? It's Sunday. He's gonna get some gas and go watch the game. I seen him and I said, Niners. He said, he came out the door. He came out the door. Minding his business. And here I am. Niners. Whatever. That was a good one. Yeah. We be making people feel emotional. You know what I'm saying? I got some Niners joggers, and every time I wear them, depending on where I'm at, somebody got something to say. Listen, I used to do this to people because it just didn't make no sense, right? Growing up, my father watched both teams, the Raiders and the Niners, right? You ever see a Raider fan talk to a Niner fan? You would think they're from different places on the map or something. You sitting there like, come on, man. dancing, prancing. Niners, yeah. And I'd be like, just chill out and go paint your face, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Tailgate. I love it. It's like, especially the men. Women do it too. But the men, it's like some them ones that's hard fans. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. We just, we know good music. That's how it is out here. You gotta just turn it off, mute it, mute the mic, because it's good music. But to paint your face, I always get them with that. Just go paint your face. You'll be all right. Make yourself a sad clown. Oh man, I don't watch the college because again, my sport is boxing. Now, I haven't been in leisure long enough to enjoy any good sports. I'm always working, but depending on who fighting, you know what I'm saying? Oops, I mean, fighting. It depends. I couldn't. There was one Tyson fight that I wanted to see. I think it was his comeback or something like that. I couldn't see it, you know. But in my mind, when I be saying, who mama wear pants? I envision, you know, Tyson doing like a combination on somebody. Wop, 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 wop. That's what I be envisioning, you know. I don't know. It's especially when like the energy is real. Like you like somebody really don't like somebody. You know. You know how they just be like, okay, they do that little touch of the glove, and we're gonna make this money, okay, real quick. Did y'all see that boxer give the belts back? I said, look at that. And his answer was, because they have his name on it. I took his title, not his belt. You know what I'm talking about? Genius. That is genius. He had them engraved. Those is his belts. You know? So, I ain't finna tell no tall tales, right? I remember one major one. This was about maybe 9, 10 years ago. When Floyd was doing his thing, I was a Floyd Mayweather fan. I was a Floyd Mayweather fan. Message. But, he kind of disappointed me with that one. You know what I'm saying? Because I done seen him wop wop, But that one, I was just like, man, I done spent $80 for this. I was sitting there like, if he dance over there like Sugar Ray one more time, I was sitting there like, come on, man. I couldn't say nothing no more. Because before I was like, man, Floyd is the man. What is you talking about? Jab, dance. Jab, jab, dance, dance. You know what I'm talking about? Remind me of a Niner, you know what I'm saying? That's how we do. We want to captivate you. But I was sitting there like, what? You know what I had to do to make it home? I had to come from Oakland to Fairfield. And here you is, Sugar Raying all around the ring. He said, you ain't gonna touch my face. That's what he said. And he meant it. Some shorts they be wearing out. You know what a good question for somebody in your business that claim to be a tarot reader would ask? How much money was that really? because them entertainers be putting paper in between their stacks. Hundreds and fifties. You know what I'm saying? I would say, me, she wouldn't know how much it is. If I was intrusive and a bugaboo and everything that he don't want, it would be like her. You know what I'm saying? But when it's me, you know, not saying I do it, you know, I respect people's privacy. But I would say, what was he going to do with it? You know, let's make it interesting. You know what I'm talking about? That's the difference between her and me. You know what I'm talking about? If we're going to go that low. Because word around the angels is, she's one of them they keep saying. She's not saying that she used to be a sorcerer. Sorceress. Ain't no used to. What you talking about? Talk what you know. Talk your business. Ish. You know what I'm talking about? Talk what you know. Ooh. No, either cannot be a comedian. Because when I do it, HIT different. You know what I'm talking about? Like, come on. When Too Short say, itch. Yeah. It hit different. You know what I'm talking about? It do something to your soul. You used to be like, oh, you really feel like that? It's not a regular one. You know what I'm saying? You just be like, whatever. When he said, it's like, what? We beefing? I didn't know. What am I? So, that's how they be taking it, you know. Instagrammers. Instagrammers. Because I am on there like MOFO. You know what I'm talking about? They can't reproduce me. They can't act like they me. This is a fact. You know what I'm saying? I am not reproducible. You know what I mean? They be thinking they can. What she be saying again? It sound cool. What she be saying? I'm not like that. No, that's somebody else. The thing about it, my comedy, right? My comedy is different because I'm different. The way I think. You may say it's comedy, but I say I'm just talking. Yeah? So, if me talking is funny to you, what you think I am, a joke? Or something? I look funny to you? You feel me? Laugh with me, not at me. Because that HIT different. You know what I'm talking about? You know how somebody feel like they in a fake alliance, allegiance. You know what I'm talking about? And they feel like everything they hear is me. Something's happening to me. They know it's not me, right? Because of what they did to be able to hear certain individuals in their homes, apartments, and projects. You know what I'm talking about? So, she wanna convince herself mentally that it's me. So she say stuff like, Ether is getting messed up. And I'm like, who's Ether? La más que nadie. That's not my niece. You are not my niece. You keep saying donde. You wouldn't even know me if it wasn't for my niece. Here we have it here. Oh my goody goo goos. I done forgot what I was gonna tell the people. Yeah. Yeah. These are the ones that say she don't look Hispanic. Really? You don't either, apparently. Might not want to go there. She says broken Bangladesh is Bangladesh. She doesn't even know that Bangladesh is Masikia, Mexicana. You're sitting there looking like Afasia. It's amazing to me how people feel like you have to be a certain color to be that nationality. You know what I'm talking about? They would say you are not traditional, and they would shun you. This one feels like her lineage, not heritage, started with the Cholos. So she feels like everyone thinks she is Mexicana because she dyed her hair black. She hasn't been nowhere to understand that there are Spanish that are black. Ufasia. I told y'all. I told y'all like they about to go there. That's the women. Look, listen. I'm trying to tell y'all. Look. Ooh wee. Wait. Hold on. What's going on? Wait a minute. What happened? Who did it? Just go on, bro. Just go on. Y'all talking too much. Y'all gonna stand right in front of me and start doing all that cussing and stuff. Just get away. You know what I'm talking about? If I'm gonna cuss, I'm gonna do it myself. You know what I'm talking about? And he over here with this dirt bike. You know what I'm saying? You see this frustration? You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to get emotional. Look, listen. Hey, get it, move. Oh my goodness. They stopped right in front of me. That's so irritating. Like, come on, man. This is divine intervention right here. Watch this. This is for them. You know, one of y'all must have did one of the Mexicans and said, we need to record her while she on live. Look, there you go. There you go, you feel me? For those that are saying, if he don't tear up out of here, you know, you ever just want to kick somebody's bike over? With them on it. Listen, they saying, why is she saying J4N? You know, why is she saying J4N? Why is she saying, you feel me? She don't even say it like, you know how long we've been saying, you know how long I've been saying, you feel me? What the? That's Bay Area slang. What is you talking about? You know, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Why y'all trying to act like the Bay ain't hot? You know, there's something wrong with y'all. Dude, like, okay, all right. I can't do my breathing exercises because he got smog all up in the air. Like, he disrespectful. He act like this is his backyard or something. You know what I'm saying? Just disrespect. I I'm trying to live and he trying to live. We can't be living at the same time. Nah, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna be putting these readings out, Now that everything is super califragilisticexpialidocious. You see what I'm saying? Dude, you know what? This why everybody's so aggressive. I'm telling you right now, somebody gonna get mad. I feel it. Good thing I ain't one of them SVY cam, Anything I see, I'm about to film it and put it on my channel. Ooh, y'all. He got to be kidding. He must don't have no L's. Cause he just driving it around in a circle. Just making it all smoggy. That's why I'm mad right now. Cause I can't breathe. You feel me? One of y'all must have said, I want to either feel like she can't breathe. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I thought they was gonna square up for real though. Oh man, come on, bro. Come on, man. I'm trying. It's gotta be done that. I'm just sitting here, minding my own business. And here comes some El Salvadorians. You know what I'm talking about? That's that don't die. That he be, just in case. Look, listen. He came around the corner like he was gonna square up. Listen, look, they mad. People mad right now. People mad right now. I'm telling you, they don't want to hear all that. Come. Oh my God. What is today? Wednesday? That's my word. I don't think they know. You know what I'm talking about? It's a rainbow out here. Come on, don't say nothing. Look. No, please. Okay, wait a minute. At the ixnay on the silence, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, why he doing that every time I'm talking? Look, listen. And they don't, no. Look, they just doing way too much. Come on. Oh, come on, man. Let me just, why is he, man, I don't like him. He got a red hat on too, a red beanie. And they watching. Ugh, I don't like that. Why y'all watching it like you like it? I said y'all, man, don't they get your people? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Y'all got to leave. Y'all got to tear up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to conduct business mass. You know what I'm saying? Look at. Oh, silly Simon looking at. scared of the dirt, it's a whole field right there. Go over there. You know what I'm saying? But you all in my area. You feel me? I'm trying to chill. And you over here, letting out all that emission. It stank. Now it stank. You know what I'm talking about? What y'all got going on over there? Yeah, go over there. Like, you and Silly Simon, y'all just have a ball. He's smoking see, it smell better now. Thank you. You know what I'm talking about? That's all, He done just circled everybody with gas and soot. You know what we just talking about that? You see what I'm saying? My life is a living example. You know? I say something, then it happen. That's how I be. You know? For different ways though. If I say, I seen a rooster today, for instance. Somebody gonna say, I think I seen a rooster, but I know for sure what a chicken look like. That's one example, You gonna hear somebody talking about it. Another is, I wonder if rooster tastes like hen, because I had a Cornish hen one time. That's another one. You know what I'm talking about? Simple. And then it's like, is hens the one that lay eggs, or is it roosters? Or wait a minute, got the two? That's the male right there. That's how I know who it is. Simple conversation. Yes. There's no, my express of frustration was the smog. Perfect example how, you're just trying to breathe and somebody feel like, you don't need to. You know what I'm talking about? Now I'm back. I was talking about Dame Dash. Do you know who Dame Dash is? Like, some of y'all done forgot who Dame Dash is. And this is why, like, some people don't want to get old. Because when you get old, people that used to, walk across the street decide that they gonna leave. Could you imagine someone not liking you for 30 years and sitting in your face acting like he your mans? You know what I'm saying? That type of betrayal, HIT different. I'm not, naming no names. I'm just speaking because, I am aware of some of Dame Dash legacy. You know what I'm saying? Legacy. We got legacy. That hit different. You know what I'm saying? People that have not lived, you know what I'm saying? Like, people that have not lived will sensationalize what you put out. Only if you put it out there, though. They gonna sensationalize it. You just gotta be ready to just take it on the chin like he did. You know what I'm saying? So, I addressed something similar in one of my reads. I don't know if it was read. It could have been a reading and a podcast, And I was talking about bankruptcy and who, could benefit from going to that extreme. Because first of all, you have to have money to be able to qualify for that. You know what I'm talking about? But then when onlookers come in And they assume that people don't know about finances. They sensationalize certain stuff. Y'all see that? What's it? What is it? Is it the Breakfast Club? That's what it is. The Breakfast Club. You know, I don't watch that. I don't watch the. Oh, y'all. You know, you can't let that one play because you know that one. I was watching the Breakfast Club, and I said, look, I said, first of all, when I seen him, I said, Dame Dash looked like one of my uncles on my mama's side. That's what I, you know, he looked just like my uncle that was a vet, Vietnam. Just like him, the beard, everything. And I'm looking, you know, if, if y'all just, if y'all just listen to Dame Dash, right? Everything about Dame Dash say cooler than a fan. You know what I'm talking about? His responses be on point, his tone, you know. He had respect in the industry. And I'm gonna say had because now it's time for individuals to see how people truly feel about you. I was sitting there and I was like, my sentiments exactly, Mr. Dash. You know what I'm saying? Because I was feeling it too, like, you know? That's, I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? What he did was show people a way out. You know, somebody would wait on his name like that. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, you gotta have money to file for bankruptcy. At some point. He don't, you know, that character you was sitting there talking to, he don't know nothing about the type of money you done touched, bruh. We are aware of this. And anytime you have a conversation with him, he's gonna let everyone know of your milestones. Matter of fact, he is going to research them. You know, you ever just feel like somebody need to go and maybe the show will be better? You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know, I'm just Ether. You know, I'm giving my opinion. You know, I know mine's HIT different, but you know. Somebody said I'm more masculine than a. That is a funny. All right. You ever just be staring at somebody's eyebrows and say, did he put that ink stuff on there? Because I have. You know what I'm saying? Kind of giving like Cookie Monster a little bit. You're giving Cookie Monster today, bro. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Snuffleupagus? You feel me? You know, certain stuff I don't, you know what I'm saying? Just because I do a podcast, don't mean I watch them. I don't watch no podcast. But that one, that was an attention getter right there. You know? They may not feel like it, but it was for me. So you have to recognize that certain men, when you put them on camera, they're going to get the attention of mature people, a mature audience. That's what that's for. Because, you know, then I said, let me go on over here. Let me go on over here and see what's popping. I went over there and I said, ha! Edge ain't gone. Y'all better pay attention. You know, I'm just saying, you know, the thing about when you have fame, nobody knows how much money you got when you have fame. When you become a celebrity, a true star, everybody know how much money you grossing because somebody makes it a point to put it in the air where it's fair. You know, just like your zodiacs. You know, somebody took the time to research your business and put your longitude and latitude out there for all to see. You know, how you know my cultural belief don't go against that? You know what I'm saying? You got my business all out here. You know, I'm just normalizing being a person. You know what I'm talking about? That's it. It ain't no embarrassing. He showed you an example of what type of person would file for bankruptcy. See, we think different. You know, this is why you know they're geared for an immature audience. Because people that got weight on their name and money and actually something to lose is going to look at it different. You know what I'm talking about? What I know from the little stuff that I seen, because what I know him as is a producer. He producing him his baby. You know what I'm talking about? That's my era. When you talk about somebody that got like 40, 30 years in the game, you know, y'all, my interpretation of what's going on would be totally different. You know, y'all gotta realize, like, people have lives. It's like this dude with this dirt bike, looking like Simple Simon. You know what I'm talking about? But he got a life. He entitled to ride his dirt bike and, pollute the world, you know, in a public place, you know. You know, there's a saying, and some of you could be familiar with it. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. Another one, more money, more problems. Because when you accumulate this money, you think it's everlasting. Everything about your ego says, this forever. You know? You at the top, you like, this forever, it's not gonna stop. You know? And you got longevity. You know, you might start a project, put that off to the side, and then you come back 10 years later and it's time. 30 years. You know, let me just put this out and let me see. You know what I'm saying? I imagine that is what some of the greats, the producers, the artists of my era do. You don't need no big production team, especially not now, right? When I started saying that some of your artists were liability, you liabilities. You did not think that it was true. But now y'all see. Let me say something. I put it out there and then I leave it alone. I ain't got to say who, what, when, where, how, because they already know. It's something about your intuition. You are going to be directed towards something that you're supposed to see, say, meet, do, and then however you respond to that depends on the outcome. It's too much going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is giving, you know what I'm saying? Thursday, Friday. You know, it's not giving Wednesday. You know, but, this is how it is right now. Somebody, somewhere, it could be Thursday. You ever just thought about that? When I said, like, if I had money, I would do things like build a community, um, gyms, provide employment for people, create shelters and stuff like that. If I had like money, you know what I'm saying? I would do that. But I ain't never had no money. So I don't even know if that's feasible. Copacetic, you know what I'm talking about? I'm sure out of everybody that we done had the pleasure of seeing on media, TV, music, whatever, at some point decided that they was gonna build something. You know, when you're on the outside looking in, you just feel like it's so easy. You don't know what you need. You don't know how much money it takes. You don't know nothing. But it's just easy. Like content creator. They're saying, for example, ain't they only putting out like 5-minute, 3-minute, you know, videos. After years of looking at my statistics, right? Although there's a small fraction of people that will watch a whole entire 45, 60-minute video. When you put them out like in increments, like videos, like music videos, when you put them out like that, people tend to want to watch it. And just because it's shorter, I have to put more time, thought, and effort into it. I'm just giving you a backstory to what I do. You know, if somebody, coming past in on a Harley, you know what I'm saying, coughing, they walk past coughing, y'all gonna think it's happening in my house. Because she did everything that she heard in the background, she thought that's happening in their house. Here it is, I'm sitting in my car. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, cut that out. Production is right. When I first came on, I just, turned the camera on and I started filming. I didn't really trip. But as you look at your work, you start saying I can make that better. Okay? If you're somebody that is a business person, you're gonna want to know the stats. You know? So it's like my stats is not matching up with the energy that I'm spending. You know what I'm saying? The tools that I'm purchasing. You know. So let me, put a little bit more thought into the production and less time and energy on the duration. You know what I'm talking about? You get more efficient at what you do. What if somebody decide to turn on the TV one day and say, you know, you gotta make sure it's formulated right, it look clear, you know, the aspect ratio is conducive of all different type of platforms. These are little things. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a production studio. But when you think about little things that, go into media, presentation, production, you know, then you're talking about somebody that's business minded. The reason why I talked about Dame Dash is he is a legend. And, Personally, I feel like things that people are saying on social media and behind his back, they wouldn't say to his face. You know, that's what I feel like. You know, it's a certain level that men should have. Like, you know, just because you can go on social media and disrespect somebody you say is your family, you know, don't mean you should. Like, who you want to watch this? Like some 20-something-year-old? Like, you know, respect. Like, you, it's more than just a G code. Like, it's a man code. Like, you supposed to be grown men, icons, and you sitting here, you know, doing this. Like, it don't look. The only person that will be entertained, the type of people that would be entertained by that, is these riffraff rippers and runners, these thought bodies. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the only people that's gonna be entertained. That, oh, you said he was broke. That is broke. He broke, and you broke too. Like, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna BLOW up somebody being broke, but you broke too? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I get, you know, that's why I don't watch that type of stuff. To me, it's like, you know, it's time to move on. You know, like, what you think you doing? Like, you think you getting somebody back? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, certain people, you don't expect to see them talking about other men. You know, but you really, truly, you know, come on, man. Come on. See how I am? Like, somebody saying she not going to, because it's like, it can't be. You don't know me. I will put this thing out. You know what I'm saying? I'll put it out without the little money sign next to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a blessing gonna come from it. See, it's different with me. It's different. You know, some people, some men really think that I am the type to have. Like, I am a hot commodity. You know what I'm saying? Probably not you, because you still, you know, fascinated by that IG. You know what I'm talking about? You might want to back away from either before you get either. You feel me? Now, you know, when I'm in certain type of energy and I see stuff, I be like, oh, is that right? You know, you know, but when you do, but if he don't like you, is y'all like, come on, like, you know what I'm saying? Why y'all doing that? Why y'all doing? See, the difference between me and you, I can sit in my car, and not be and and not have no FEAR that somebody gonna do something to me. You feel me? And then if they did, so what? You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed and highly favored. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's different. You know what I'm saying? If ether were to get ethered, you know what I'm saying, like you won't, coward. You know what I'm saying? If either were to get either, it'd be different, because then I'm metamorphosizing to something else. You know what I'm saying? I'm something else. I'm not gone, but I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I might just come tap you on your shoulder. You know? When ether get ethered, like you think, you ain't got that much clout. What I want, right, is for those that feel like they are above me and they content creators to say something. How you gonna be above a chair? You can't be above a chair. You know what I'm saying? This is where they figure out that they making mistakes. Now, this one feels like several of the others did. He just gonna cut out the part about Dame Dash because she don't have no picture up or nothing. Try it and see what happens. I want you to. Like, I really do. And that's all I'm gonna say. Because apparently he feel like I belong in a tarot channel, the spiritual stuff. I can do whatever I want to do. If I decide I'm gonna talk about football, I'm gonna talk about you and your Breakfast Club or whatever else. Breakfast Club. Oh, what your old? I wanna be a. I wanna be a Toys R Us. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Breakfast Club. You better go on up out of here. Kick rocks. You know, there's something about him. You know what I'm saying? His wife, is that still his wife, y'all? Let's blow that up. Is that still his wife? I actually like her. You know what I'm saying? But him, ugh. Reach out to me at oracleoftheeth@gmail.com and book with me today. You know what I'm talking about? If I were, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. I do it so smooth, I won't even use your stage name. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna use everything but that. So everybody that you did something to gonna know it's you. You feel me? That's how I do it. Talking about put my name inside. You ain't gotta worry about that. Like, I know you can't be serious. Like, you do better putting my name in your title. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Because I don't know what you thought. I don't know what you are thinking, because you are Confucio. Do he even have a mustache? You ever just look at somebody and say, you would look better with a mustache? All right, I'm telling you, mine's HIT different. Yeah, he be huffing and puffing, talking about going to get that gat that he ain't got. You know what I'm talking about? Here he looking like, don't I know, you know how you, you look familiar. Was you in that movie? They know you. They know they seen you before, but they don't know where. That's his fame status to me. I know I seen you somewhere, but I don't know where. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what's like for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's an industry thing, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, but ain't nobody just jumping up saying, I'm finna watch The Breakfast Club. You know what I'm talking about? People go to sleep listening to my stuff. Ain't nobody finna go to sleep watching The Breakfast Club. You know what I'm talking about? Look, somebody mad. Oh, look at that. I got his little toot-toot in a ruffle. You know what I'm saying? Toot-toot, toot-toot. Just pat your little toot-toot down and you'll be all right. You'll be simmer down. Somebody, it's a message retracted. You see how my team, you see my team? I even got teams on the YouTube. You know what I'm talking about? It's teamwork made the dream work. You know, I like robots. I don't know about y'all. Robots is efficient. You froggy? All right, we'll leap into this abyss. Bottomless pit. Here you go. That's what it do when you get, because it's like, people they feel some kind of way, especially if they feel like they're famous. If they feel like they're famous and they happen to run across a reading that they know is theirs, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just don't feel me. They know, like it's 10 million people that's gonna resonate with this reading if they see it. You know what I'm saying? My content is about if they see it. Yours is about they know it's there and they still don't want to watch it. You know what I'm talking about? We different. So apparently, you know what I'm saying? When you buy views, you know what I'm saying? Everybody could buy views. You know what I'm saying? If I went on over there to the gram and say, put a good milli on my video, you know what I'm saying? Just just put a meal on there, you know. Y'all wouldn't know nothing. Y'all would say Ether is popping. Like she really. Y'all gonna start going back to the old content, talking about I didn't see this one. Let me put like a meal on it. A million. If I really wanted to fool them, because I could be fooling them, right? I would just slide on over there to the gram, and say, give me 800K in 3 hours. You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead and give me 200K. What happened to, where's my plaque? The plaque challenge. What happened to that? You know what I'm saying? Because that's like an accomplishment on here. You reach that because, you be scratching and surviving, just doing you. And somebody say roll to 100K and you like, that sound right. They hollering roll to 100K. So you like, F it. I got promised roll to 100K. Then you get midway there and you like, wait a minute, what happened? Like, what happened? They start changing the protocol. But apparently, if you popping on the gram like you popping on YT, all you gotta do is put 300K on the video. Then somebody gonna see it. You know what I'm talking about? Look at your stats and you be like, ooh, I'm about to reel it in. And then all of a sudden, reality. Family member saying, how you got 1 million subscribers and you only making $600 a month? You know what I'm talking about? Come on, y'all, don't start using any foul language. I've been on here for a long time. Did y'all share, hype any videos, hype me up. You can't do the lies. See my video, just hype it up because you rock with me. You know what I'm talking about? You want something else before I leave? So y'all go ahead. Y'all go, wow, are you serious? What is that? Was she laughing? Was that a she? What is it?